Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Sir Pop-A-Lot.
Hey, man.
Hey, the weekend's over. Yeah?
Yeah. But thank you for tuning in to the Spit Cup and Roy show,
Yeah, we made it.
where your cast gets potted. Only here,
Yeah.
live, and brought to you straight and direct without your worldly politics and devastating news.
Yeah. From the second floor of Studio 69.
Second floor.
Yeah. Moving on up. Remember when we used to be in the first floor?
Yeah.
You know?
But I'm gonna tell you what, when our album comes out, the Booney Tunes album, we might be up on that third floor.
Shit. Ain't gonna call me.
You know, third floor now. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. So, today's show is brought to you by Fire Shield LLC.
Yeah.
And our sponsor for the day
Oh, good. We got a new one, I heard.
is Petey's Paint Prep. The owner is Petey Dickleberry, and he has a very unique service and a one-of-a-kind service, and that he can only do and does very well.
Yeah. So what Petey does that he specializes in, because you have some general contractors out there that hey, we can do this, we can do a little bit of everything, right? Petey's like, no, I want to specialize in something. So he found something, and he actually found something that people hate doing, right?
Yes.
Because I've done this before, right? You know, you need to, let's say your wife's like, hey, can you paint the kitchen or the living room? Right? And so you start thinking, like, oh, yeah, that'd be easy, right? Throw a little color on here, right? Boom, boom, boom.
That's the easy part.
Right? That's the easy part, right? The days that it takes to prep that kitchen, right? Or prep that living room, right? Taping, masking, right? Covering, priming.
Yeah.
You know,
your paint job is only as good as your prep.
Right, sanding stuff down, smoothing it out, filling in holes, right? You know, now I never minded the filling holes part, right? Because that, you know,
and I can, yeah,
that's
and
the
I can
fun
always,
part.
yeah, I can always look and say, look at a paint job, and say, yeah, your paint job was not prepped,
not professionally.
no,
Yeah,
not from somebody like Petey Dickleberry.
yeah, because you can tell because, you know, let's say you painted your living room or your kitchen, you know, a little off tan, right? And you start looking down on your baseboard or your outlet covers, and you got some overpaint on it, or up on your ceiling where the roller hit too high.
Sometimes you got some underpaint.
Right? Well, so if you give Petey a call, right, he is going to master tape, not, you know, he's going to put that stuff together like a professional. He's right.
He'll mess around and master tape all over your house. You know what I'm saying? And he's the best at it. And I mean, why would you? You know what? I might even, if I had a paint job to do, I would let Petey just do all the prep.
I bet he does automobiles also.
Yeah.
I bet he could.
Hey, look, I'll paint this thing. I just need you to prep it. And hey, he's gonna be like, hey, that's my specialty. And it's I kind of like this because
I bet he says I've master taped inside cars all the time.
Oh yeah, he probably does. Barns, cars, man caves.
That's it.
Yeah. So, but I kind of like
she
this.
sheds.
Yeah,
you ever master taped in a she shed?
Yeah. Or what's the other part called? Masking bedding, like the. Like when people is there tape in bed or what is that? Or is that bedding part of that master taping?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I kind of like that because I want to say something about this is to the young people that want to develop a skill or look for a job or a business to get into.
Yeah.
Do a specialized business. Like say you want to be a doctor. Don't just be a general doctor.
No.
Pick a specialty like a foot doctor, eye doctor,
left
dentist.
foot doctor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bottom teeth dentist.
Yeah, I'm only a big toe doctor, okay? Yeah. Or only back teeth doctor.
Yeah. Right breast doctor. You know. You know what I mean?
My cousin does the left breast, so
yeah.
I'll refer you. But anyways, I'm just saying, like, in all seriousness, pick a specialty, something you love, you're passionate about. Pick that specialty and go for it.
Or like Petey did, he found something that people hate doing this, right? Let me suck it up, figure out how to do it right, how to do it quickly but good, right? Let me specialize in that.
And then, we actually had the privilege of watching him do it, and he master taped so fast.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Quick.
I was what's the word? I was impressed with his master taping skills. A little embarrassed that I couldn't do it as well as he could, right? Because I thought I could master tape. Yeah. But he can master tape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now looking back.
And he makes it count.
Right. Now looking back, my stuff was all over the place. I didn't have the proper coverage.
Yeah, he could put it right where he wanted it. So that's a special skill, hand-eye coordination, you know what I mean? So, hey, what's today's holiday, man?
So here today on the 27th, we have National Prime Rib Day. Which is terrible because I don't really dig prime rib.
Them ribs are prime.
Right. We used to go to this restaurant in Abilene.
Yeah.
And I think it was the some type of the Beehive, I think is what it was called.
Yeah.
And they specialized in prime rib. Right. So like
there's another specialty.
Right. So like every Friday and Saturday or every Friday night, their specialty was prime rib. And I've tried and tried and tried. And I didn't really get into it. It's not my favorite cut of meat for some reason.
Yeah, mess around and get your ribs primed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just wasn't for me,
Get your meat cut, get it primed up.
But see, I've always been a fan. So look, hey, if you're a prime rib fan, right? I know it's a Tuesday, right? But go out and enjoy it, right? Make today, you could probably find some good deals on prime rib today. So head on down to the Snag-a-Bite if you don't feel like driving in town to go to the Kroger's or nothing.
Yeah.
Or the Brookshires.
Right. Man, that kind of makes my mouth water, man. I remember, the prime ribs. We had some of those at Granny Taylor's 90th birthday.
Man.
And there was so much food there. Oh, it was. I mean,
see, my
mouth's watering just thinking about it.
So prime rib. Yes, a lot of people like it. But since I've lived in many different places, many different countries, right, experienced different cultures, right, having a wife that's not from the States, right, and she kind of brought, her food from her family here, and we have that quite often. But I like things that are just different, that are kind of off the beaten path. You know what I mean? Like I'm a big fan of mountain hamster sliders. Oh,
that sounds good.
Yeah. Well, so they usually have to be sliders because you don't get a lot of meat on a mountain hamster, right? So they just make sliders out of them.
There you go.
But I like
it. They take that hump off the back of them.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. It reminds me of, speaking of humps, I like Brahma hump stew.
Oh, especially like earlier or this past weekend was a little bit cold, right? That'd be a perfect time for a Brahma hump stew.
Yeah.
Right. I remember one time when I was deployed to Cyprus, right? I found this one restaurant, right? And they had these weird appetizers, but then they were big enough you could eat them for a whole meal, and they were elephant nuggets.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you mess around and they're like,
you can't even finish one of those.
Well, and I didn't know that. They're like, hey, how many would you like? So I was thinking, okay, chicken nuggets, I could probably eat 8 of them. You know what
Maybe
I mean?
12.
As an appetizer.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, I'll take 6. And they kind of looked at me a little weird, but they were like, okay. Man, these things came out the size of softballs. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Dang. So luckily, like one of them's like a serving of 4.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I was eating them elephant nuggets for a few days. Yeah. But they were good.
I like fried frog balls. I mean, those are, I don't know if anybody, they're kind of like gar balls,
Yeah.
But these are from the frog.
You need a lot of them, though, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but you pile them up. You bread them. You make them
so
into
it's a whole bunch.
Yeah.
That have been okay.
They've been breaded and stuck together with different ingredients.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
When we were in England, passing through one time, they had this weird thing at this one pub we went to. Is fairy dusted dill pickled radish stew.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
They said that it became real popular like during when Germany was in the middle of like bombing London and stuff during World War II, and a lot of stuff got destroyed. So they would just kind of piece stuff together with what they had, and hey, fairy dusted dill pickled radish stew became popular. There you go. It was good. It was pretty good.
What about you ever had Grinnell waffles?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, those are delish.
Yeah.
If you can ever get past the teeth, and get the rest of the meat off that fish, make waffles out of it. Man, it's so delicious.
Do you put syrup? I mean, what do you use to put on top of it?
Cocktail sauce.
That's a weird. So is it a breakfast thing?
Yeah, well, you kind of need it with fig milk and goatweed seeds. Oh, okay. Remember Grape Nuts, the cereal?
Well, I remember seeing rich kids eat it when I was growing up.
So the goatweed seeds is kind of like the grape nuts, and you pour the fig milk over them.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's delicious.
Okay. What about? I know when we were heading up to Maine one time to in the service to leave out, and they had on their menus Eastern Canadian striped salamander street tacos.
What? I never even heard of that one.
You never heard of the Eastern Canadian striped salamander?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so
they make tacos.
they make specifically street tacos.
Yeah, dang man. I like beef stroke it off. I love that, man. Those are really good. I like a lot of gravy on it.
Yeah, yeah. There's one that's very, very, very seasonal. It's hard to find. People always say, "Oh, I've seen it on the menu before. Well, I've seen people eat it before," and I've never been able to see it or have it. And this is kind of a bucket list one I want to get. It's that Northern Pacific Sasquatch burger.
Ooh,
yeah,
but that's rare.
Yeah, well, and that's how I would have it cooked too. They say you want to eat it rare, and it's rare to even have it.
Yeah,
so it's weird.
Is that something like you would need a smell on the approach? Does that have a smell to it, or?
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also like to eat pull out pork butt.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Know if you ever had that.
Is that popular down here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's popular in the South to have pull out pork butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, because what was prime rib day? So. One thing that I do enjoy is a buttered crack rump roast.
Man, that sounds delicious.
It's so juicy.
What?
Yeah, buttered crack.
And you got to put the butter in the crack of the pork butt.
Of the rump roast.
Oh, it's a rump roast.
Buttered crack rump roast. Yeah.
Oh man.
So when that butter just starts, easing its way down the crack, right?
You let it go in there and marinate.
You go in there and marinate, then then that's it. You're done.
Sweet.
Yeah. So those are all my favorites.
Yeah, and I think one of my favorites also is a Buffalo Man Ranch snake ribs.
Okay.
Yeah. You get those snake ribs ready, kind of barbecue those, and then you can have that Buffalo Man Ranch on them. So.
Okay. But that's weird though, and it has to be Man Ranch. Because a lot of people, some people are
allergic to that, and
because
you can have let's see,
what's like a substitute like boy butter.
Yeah,
you can have boy butter put on it prior to cooking.
Yeah, and there's also an Asian one is
I think instead of the Man Ranch they do I think it's called cream of some young guy.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. If you want the Asian twist to your snake ribs,
so put that and some rice on it, right? Have it with rice and cream of some young guy.
Instead of the Man Ranch. Okay, yeah. Sounds good,
snake ribs, that's weird.
Snake ribs. Yeah, but anyways, hey, so 21st century, man.
Yeah.
This is our time to tell you that we need to stop doing something.
Yeah.
Because it's ridiculous, because we've moved so far ahead.
Right.
With technology that here we go.
Right, we're cloning folks, and right, we've built highways on Mars and stuff, and
We're putting invisible cameras above vehicles so that they watch you all day.
yeah. And so I don't think I've brought this one up. And when I was thinking about it, I was like, "There's no way I haven't brought this up." But I didn't see it on any of the lists that Frank gave us when he printed out the ones we've used. I didn't see it on there.
So what is it?
And so, what does everybody in the world pretty much have now, right?
Cell phone.
Cell phone, right? Now, I mean, I still have an uncle that lives a couple hours north of here. That he's got his flip phone and and all that kind of stuff. But even that could be a replacement for. So it's the 21st century. Why are we still living with and setting alarm clocks?
Oh man!
Right? I mean, because when the power goes out in the middle of the night, you look over and it's flashing 12 o'clock. You're like, oh, I'm late.
Yeah. I better reset my clock.
Yeah, I better didn't, and so
and you better don't.
So, I mean, do people still have alarm clocks? I mean, you kind of see them in hotel rooms now. I mean, for some reason,
just in case, maybe.
And then you go to check out of the hotel room, and you had like an alarm clock fee on your bill, right? And you're like,
alarm clock fee.
I didn't even use it. You know what I mean? So look, people, let's get rid of our alarm clocks. The ones that you twist up and it goes.
The one that goes.
Yeah, right. So let's stop using our alarm clocks. Let's learn how to set alarms on you can set 42 alarms on your phone. You know what I mean?
With all your favorite jingles.
All your favorite jingles.
And one of them better be the Spit Cup and Roy jingle.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I mean,
Huh?
if you can't wake up, Hey, if you can't wake up to some Spit Cup and Roy,
sure,
then you just can't wake up.
Yeah, you shouldn't be woke up.
If anybody's woke, it's probably us.
Yeah.
And we're trying to bring y'all on, catch you up to speed.
Yeah, so 21st century, let's get rid of alarm clocks. That's just stupid stuff.
Yeah. So we had a trivia last Friday of what was it?
So the trivia was the sound of what insect can be used to forecast tomorrow's temperature, and what calculation do you use to determine the exact temperature?
What's the formula?
The formula. Right.
All right. So we have a winner. A guy messaged us through our email, which is let's talk at Spit Cup and Roy.
That's why we get no messages.
That's probably why I can't say it right. But it's let's talk at spitcupandroy.com. And his name is Skidmark Longstem.
Yeah.
And he guessed it. All right. He nailed it to the T. The insect.
I bet anybody that is long stemmed nails it all. Probably quite often.
And on the T every time.
Yeah.
So he nailed it. It was the sound comes from crickets.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And the formula is how many chirps within a 14-second period.
Yeah. So you count those chirps.
You count those chirps, and then you add 40, and that'll tell you the exact temperature of the next day.
That's it, folks.
Now, we're talking the high, not the low.
Yeah, so don't message us like, well, at 2 a.m. it was still 37.
Yeah, you're behind. It's going to be, what is the high for the next day?
Yeah. So, if that cricket chirped 22 times in 14 seconds, and I added 40, and I carried my bee, it would be 62 degrees.
The next day.
There
you go.
Right.
So if you're somebody without a cell phone and you got a stopwatch,
and you've wound your alarm clock for the next day,
just listen to the crickets and you'll know what to wear the next day.
Yeah.
There you go. So congratulations to Skidmark Longstem. Thank you for participating in the Redneck Trivia. Okay. Well,
what else we got? What's up next?
The word of the week. The Boondock word of the week.
These still get me excited. I do. I get.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't even realize you use these words until you realize that you use these words.
Mm-hmm.
So the Boondock word of the week is holler. spelled
Like-
Holler.
Like holla.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what Missy was? That like Missy Elliott?
Holla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right on.
See what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so how you do this is, and don't confuse it with the holler that you live in or live by or whatever. How you know Jimmy down there from the east side of the holler said he's going and everything like that. You know, we're talking about holler, which is used in a sense as I want to see that or I want to use that, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe even eat that, or maybe even talk to that, right? So
Let's use that in a sentence.
So
yeah,
when I was young, my dad used to, you know, we'd be sitting there eating at the table, and he'd be like, "Hey boy, let me holler at them taters when you get done with them." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I tell your mama need to holler at her for a second.
Yeah. So it's got, it can be used multiple ways, right? In multiple different settings.
Mm-hmm. And people don't even realize they use it. They use it all the time.
Yeah.
Hey man, hey, let me holler at that wrench, that 3/4 wrench you got there.
Back when I used to smoke, right? People are like, hey, let me holler at one of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, what kind you got? Oh, that's Marlboro Red unfiltered.
Oh, that's my last one. Hey, let me holler at that gum. That's my last piece.
Yeah.
Everybody's gum was their last piece.
Yeah. When you get through chewing that gum, let me holler at it for a minute.
Oh man, hey, is that vomit on your sweater already?
No, it's just mom's spaghetti.
Oh well, okay. I don't know why you didn't clean that up for you.
Man, you know how it is.
You know,
So yeah.
Right.
So Boondock Word of the Week, y'all use it.
palms
Have
are
fun
sweaty,
with it.
knees weak. Man,
And
my arms are heavy.
arms are heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to watch out when your arms are heavy. Hey, what about today's survival item?
Okay.
Today's survival item is earthworms.
Oh, snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
So when you got them earthworms, you gotta pay attention, because you can use them so many different ways. You could dry them out and use them to tie stuff with. You could eat them if you become hungry. Your garden, you lost your garden and your crops that year. You're not able to, maybe you're handicapped in some way and you can't hunt and fish.
Okay.
And you don't have nobody to help you out with food. It's not bad to have an earthworm farm.
Yeah.
Because most of the time we use them to go fishing with, right? So that's a very helpful item to remember to have when you're stocking up for doomsday.
Hey, he's so mad, but he won't give up that easy.
He won't, because he takes a chance.
Yeah. He definitely did last Friday. Right?
Everything like that.
He was nervous though, but you could tell. But on the surface, he looked calm and ready.
He did. Yeah. So this is everything you've wished for. Huh?
And he was ready to drop bombs.
Drop bombs.
But then he just kept forgetting. That's weird.
It is.
Yeah.
So that would fall into the category of being methed up. Which brings us to our segment of being methed up.
Yeah.
Which would be someone or something or an act. It just ain't right.
Yeah. So there's many acts out there, things that you can do that you look back, right? So for example, last week, right? You put the for sale sign or the estate auction signs in your buddy's yard.
Yeah.
Right.
Open house auction.
You ran an ad in the paper.
You posted on Facebook.
Marketplace.
At your buddy's house.
Craigslist.
So what would kind of be like that?
So another thing that would be methed up, and I'm not gonna lie, I know I did this one growing up. Right. And now looking back, I'd beat my what?
Y'all tear you up, man.
Yeah. And I know I got a buddy Rip that's listening. I know he partook in this too. Right? Whoever's out there listening, don't let him fool you. Hey, he did some methed up stuff.
Probably a lot of kids that did this.
Yeah. So And I know for a fact when we did this because we were, I think, freshmen in high school, or maybe that summer between 8th grade and freshman year. Right? Some of the older kids were having a party, right? Right? And they didn't want us hanging around. You know what I mean? We were young, right? So we were like, okay, all right.
Yeah, we'll show you.
Yeah, we'll show you. So, hey, it ain't nothing, to do some was it drop trowel, little door handle hijinks. You know what I mean?
Oh, door handle surprise.
Yeah. Car door dukesters. Right. So, what you got to do? If you're by yourself, you have to do everything. If you're with some buddies, right, figure out which one is going to be the one that does the two. Right. So
number two.
Yeah. So you got to find somebody who wants to, drop trowel and bust it out
and do what with it?
Yeah. So after they've taken a crap somewhere, right? So then you
El Dumpo.
So obviously you want to use a stick or something else, right? Maybe a big leaf.
Unless you have gloves.
Unless you have, which we didn't have. There wasn't no gloves back then, right?
Yeah, you're at a party. Hey, what are these random gloves for?
Yeah, right. So you're going to take some of the said Duke, right? And you're going to find the vehicles of the individuals that you want to do something method up to, and then so you smear or rub or put the poop
or apply
it underneath the door handles, right? And then you find yourself a place to stake it out, right?
And watch.
And to hide and watch, as we used to say. Hey, I'm about hide and watch.
Hey, just think if y'all had cell phones back then, y'all could have videotaped. The reactions of.
Yeah.
Hey, why is my door handle slippery?
Yeah. What's that? Why is there corn under my fingernail?
What are these chewed up peanuts doing on my?
Right. And so the best part is you got to hide and watch. People start leaving. Right. They go to grab their car door handle, and their hand slips off of it because it's a little slippery,
And then they notice something on their finger.
Yeah, what is that substance that is now betwixt my fingers? Right.
Twinks.
Right. And so what is the one of two places that we go when we have something on our hand we're not sure about? Right? We either go to our nose or to our mouth, right?
Yep.
And the best part is if they go to the mouth. But most people, they see it, they rub it, they smell it.
Because you got to smell. That's a human's
first. You have to.
That's other than, the eyesight's first. Feel and eyesight. But if you're not if those don't determine for you what that is, the next step is to smell.
And they probably can't see it because it's dark, right? So they're not able to see it properly and get a good look at it. So they smell it, and oh boy, do they! You know what I mean?
Oh man!
So then you start, and they get to hollering at other folks at the party. Then more people come up, and it starts happening to other doors, right? Right, and then they see the bushes, giggling.
Couple fights break out,
Yeah. Hey, they couldn't catch us though.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's something to do. That's pretty methed up.
Yeah, it's kind of along the same lines of you get you a big old booger and you wipe it somewhere where someone has to grab.
Yeah.
Like the bathroom handle.
Yeah.
The door handle.
Sure. That's it.
Yeah. So hey, there you go.
One that's got a little blood and hair on it.
Yeah, and it's salty. Wait. Yeah. So, anyways.
Hey, that's messed up. Folks.
Messed up.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Hey. Well, anyway. Hey, you got anything else?
No, I'm good, man. I need to get. Hey, we got to get this week going. We hope to see everybody back here Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So happy Tuesday to everybody. Enjoy your week.
Were you going to bring something up to look forward to? Like an update or no?
No.
Something boony.
Well, I'd mentioned that at the beginning of the show.
That's why I wasn't paying no attention to you. Man.
I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a doozy. That Booney Tunes music is coming soon, and
I'm fired up.
We're having our first single. It's right around the corner. So when things start progressing, we'll announce the single release date, and we'll enjoy that. That'll probably be everywhere. But for now, hey, y'all enjoy your prime rib day
Mm-hmm.
and let the Lord focus.
What?
Wait. Well, the Lord is going to focus on you, but what you should do
He
is...
should also be your focus.
Yes. What you should do is handle up in the presence of the Lord and let the Lord be your focus. So there you go. Y'all have a good week.